Bonnie Raitt's 1980s hit, Thing Called Love. There you go. One of the many highlights in a career that has lasted half a century. She's a 13-time Grammy Award winner, thank you very much, an esteemed member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Rolling Stone has called her this, one of the greatest singers and guitar players of all time. Yeah, that part. Now she's a Kennedy Center honoree for Lifetime Artistic Achievements. We caught up with Raitt last month in California, and she talked about turning what used to be a hobby into a very brilliant career. Over the years, Bonnie Raitt has had plenty to say.
If I can't sell the song with a guitar or piano, I'm not doing it.
But on this night, the Kennedy Center honoree gets a chance to reflect.
Bonnie, thank you for singing such a beautiful music and for shining your light so bright on the world.
Bonnie Lynn Raitt, this is your life. No, first we'll just say congratulations, Kennedy Center honoree.
Morning will come, and I'll do what's right. It's unreal to me that I'm going to be up in that balcony, and my friends will be saying all that nice stuff and singing my song. I wasn't expecting it, and I'm just tickled beyond words. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel.
Many consider Raitt's songs a sentimental soundtrack for moments in their lives. Here we are, 2024. You sing those couple of chords, and everybody knows that song. What that means to you.
And I have people, I'm checking my bags at the airport, and the sky cap's going, I can make you love. I go, right.
Do they sing that to you?
Oh, yeah, everybody's had a broken heart. That's one of the great breakup songs. All these years, every night I sing it, I know what it means to them, and I know what it means to me.
Raitt's own emotional connection to music began early on in her home in Southern California. You grew up with music in your home, right?
Well, my folks are both great musicians, and I have two brothers, and we all love to sing. We were Quakers, so we didn't sing in church, but we did a lot of campfire singing and that, but mostly my dad and mom were singing my dad's Broadway songs and rehearsing.
Her father, John Raitt, was a famous Broadway star, and her mother, Marge Goddard, was an accomplished singer and pianist. So did that seep into your DNA, into your...
Here's what seeped in was his love of performing, and he couldn't believe that he got paid for doing something that he would love to do anyway. So it was not lost on me what a gift it was to get to do what he did for a living.
Did you know I have something here special, or you just were a kid that liked to sing?
I was singing my dad's songs just for fun, but I picked up the guitar just because of my passion for folk music. And like all of us that work at it to where you get pretty good, it's mostly for yourself. I had no interest in doing it except as a hobby.
She held that belief until her second year as a student in Boston at Radcliffe College, which is now part of Harvard University.
I took a little break from college to hang out with these older blues legends that my boyfriend was managing and booking. My folks said, if you leave, you got to support yourself while you're taking a break. And I saw somebody playing at a local club, and I said, well, I could probably do that. And I auditioned, and I got one gig, then I got another gig, and next thing I knew, I had a sideline while I was in college. Said I ain't going down that big road by myself.
Soon the industry got wind of a young red-headed woman playing lead guitar and singing the blues.
I went back to school and then got offered a record deal basically in what would have been my junior year, and I said, oh, well, this won't last.
So that was unusual then for someone like you.
Still kind of unusual to play lead guitar on slide guitar. There's more women doing it, but back at the time it was unusual.
Make me an angel, flies from the country.
Raitt went on tour and made several albums for Warner Brothers over the span of 12 years, until 1983, when the label suddenly dropped her.
They didn't want me to play more rootsy rock and roll, or they wanted to, the big corporate guys took over my record label. They dropped Van Morrison and T-Bone Burnett and Arlo Guthrie and me on the same day. And I was more just mad than I was brokenhearted or anything. But it ended up taking a while. I decided to get sober a few years later. I had a love affair go bad. I had a down period in the middle 80s, but the saving grace for me was I could always tour and have a great time on the road.
You might be good, honey, but
in 1989, the folks over at Capitol Records came over and saw my show and said, hey, you know, would you like to come over and we'll show you a whole better respect than you've been having lately.
I found a love, baby, love in the meantime.
Under a new label, Raitt found commercial success like she had never seen before.
Let's stay there for a second in Nick of Time, what that meant to you, that period in your life, because that was such a huge song.
It was mind-blowing to me to be able to see my position on actually get on the Billboard chart and have the record even before the Grammy nominations came out. It sold 1 million copies.
Nick of Time! Then you seemed to be on a roll after that.
Yeah, we got another record that even had bigger hits on it with Something to Talk About.
People are talking about people.
In 1992, that song won her another Grammy. And last year, she took home 3 more, including for Song of the Year.
Just like that.
Just like that, your life can change.
Who do you see when you're on the stage? What are you thinking?
I'm walking past Taylor and Lizzo and Beyonce, and I'm just in hyperspace. I'm walking up there, and I'm just so grateful and disbelieving it. And when you turn around and look out at the audience, they're all standing up applauding. It's all you can do not to just completely lose it.
The quiet behind a slamming door. The break of a heart that won't break no more.
I sit and I look at your white streak, which I love because it's such a trademark. When did that happen for you?
It was funny, I was pointing it out to somebody on the album with Angel from Montgomery in 74.
So you were 20-something?
But I just started, like 24, and it was just starting to poke out, and every album cover, it gets a little bit wider. And then finally in the 80s, I said, okay, I'm going to just make my hair really, really red. So I popped it up and covered it up, but I just had gotten so used to having it that from then on, I pull it out, and when I color my hair, it's the only authentic streak I have.
I was calling out your name.
We filmed our interview in the apartment of her longtime drummer, Ricky Fatari.
Broken heart.
When she's not on the road, she comes here to review live recordings in his home studio.
Of a fool who cared too much.
Do you get goosebumps when you hear your own voice? I get goosebumps.
Oh,
Do you
you're
get
so
goosebumps?
sweet. No.
I get goosebumps. Oh, Ricky and I get
goosebumps when I'm singing, though.
You
when
do?
I'm singing, yeah.
You and Bonnie have worked together a long time. How do you describe her voice?
Well, I mean, I describe it as it's lived in.
Lived in. I love that description. Yeah. What does it mean? What does that mean?
It means, you know, her life, her body, it comes out in the voice. It's her life.
I said, baby,
As this year's tour came to a close,
are you ready for the thing called love?
Raitt says she already has 39 dates set for 2025.
Are you happy with how your life has turned out?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I just want to be as much able to make as big of a difference in the world as I can. I'm confident as long as I give everything I've got to quality music and play as great a performance as I could, that the audience is going to come back and see me next time.
Bonnie Raitt, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just adore her. And I got goosebumps when he said her voice is lived in. I've never heard it described that way.
I heard it like that.
And I said to her, what's your secret sauce to your longevity? She said, meaning it. And by that, she says, I have to mean every single lyric and every single song that I sing.
That's why she says she doesn't get goosebumps hearing herself,
Yes.
but when she's in the moment performing, she gets
I know.
goosebumps.
It brought back a lot of memories because I so loved her back in the day, and it's so great to see in 2024. Imagine what it was like for her to walk past Taylor Swift and Lizzo and Beyonce, and they're applauding her.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to her.
So good. Well done, Gil. Yeah.
Guess what? I get to come on CBS Mornings Plus.
Oh, yeah, we're looking forward to
I
that.
saved a little thing just for you and
Oh, I
Adriana.
see that nugget
Yes,
there. We're
I'm not
looking
gonna
forward
let you
to
know.
it.
You can watch the 47th annual, I love going on your show, 47th annual Kennedy Center Honors next Sunday, 8:30, 7:30 Central, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.